Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. I'm starting to feel my throat get sore, which really concerns me because I got a lot going on next week. So, future self, if you could be healthy, that would be just magical. This is what happens though when you're stressing out about a bunch of stuff. Your body starts to get weary. But that's okay. Pull through, go to Comic-Con, be super exciting. Which, speaking of events, we just had EVO 2013. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching that, or got to watch some of that, because it was very fun. I always love when I put up a video and the first comments are like, Dodger, hold on, I can't watch this yet, I'm watching EVO. So for gaming news, the Slenderman game Faceless has actually been postponed because they are doing a partial reboot after losing a lot of their staff. Now, Faceless is a Half-Life 2 mod that a lot of people have been waiting on. And I think that they just wanted to make sure that everybody knew what was happening because nobody's heard anything about it for a while. And I guess they've had a lot of different programmers come in and work with the team and try to meld, but it hasn't really happened. And remember, not too long ago, they had all these legal complications when they were trying to get on Steam Greenlight, and there was a big ol' kerfuffle over who had the Slenderman IP. So a big question that a lot of people have had is, if I donated money to this project because they had 2 different campaigns going in order to fund it, would I be able to get my money back since this project is going to be so different now? And the answer is yes. I mean, if you want your money back, they will give it back to you. I'll link you to where he talks about all of this because it can happen, but I think that most people are going to be interested to see what they do with it. Trailer for the next Sherlock Holmes game, Crimes and Punishments, came out and it's super epic. Maybe this is it, guys. Maybe this is the kick in the butt that I need to finish playing Testament of Sherlock Holmes. That game was so fun, I don't know why I stopped playing it. But we gotta finish it, Apparently it's due out beginning of 2014, so that gives me plenty of time to catch up. And you should definitely watch this trailer because it's very cool. And I love that even though these games are known for being kinda jankball, every one you can tell gets progressively better. Like, the difference between Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper and Testament of Sherlock Holmes is vast. And just looking at the trailer for Crimes and Punishments, you can tell that there's gonna be a leap there as well. And I just really love it. I love it when there's a franchise and there's a company and the company just continues to make the franchise better. Like, visibly and physically better. There's a lot of respect to be given out by us. I mean, if you're willing to try to make your mechanics better, to try to make your game better, just in general, even if the mechanics for the most part are like the same, being able to figure out what's necessary and what's not necessary and how to make it more fluid and more fun, props. As a final bit of news, the PC adventure game Lioness has reached its Kickstarter goal of $7,000, and at this point, normally a game would have stretch goals. They would say, alright, if we get to this point, then we'll do this in the game, and if we hit this point, then we'll do this in the game. So what's interesting is that the devs of Lioness came out and said, no, we're not doing any stretch goals, and here's why. We disagree with the idea that there's any direct correlation between quality and scope in a project like this. When you force a game or film past its own scope and design, it just begins to cannibalize its own narrative and vision by stretching it until it breaks. I get that. I mean, if we look at a game like Double Fine Adventure, right? We know that they raised so much money, way beyond what their goal was. And now they've expanded the scope of that game so much that they're saying that they need more money now. Like, if you've really planned out a game, which I feel like you should before you do a Kickstarter, then there are only a few places that you can safely add. Otherwise, this clean product that you had put together and outlined isn't going to be as clean anymore. It's going to be a little bit muddy because you keep like shoving more things in there. Now, I am not saying that I dislike Kickstarter stretch goals because I love them. They're fantastic. Hat in Time had so many great stretch goals. But I completely understand this sentiment. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you want to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope that you guys had an amazing weekend and a good day, and I will talk to you again on Wednesday. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah. I'm watching EVO.